Okay. All right. So anyways, like I was saying, something that inspired me with wanting to do this Zoom tonight is, first of all, we were doing Monday night Zooms for a while, and then, we have power hours and so forth. And here's the thing, guys, is like everybody's going to be on different time zones and need different things, but I was getting a lot of requests of just really things for people when they're getting started, or maybe you've been in this industry for a while, but like you aren't signing people, or you're not really getting a lot of new interest, and you're like, I'm posting, I'm doing all these things, and I'm just not growing. And there's a couple things that I want to encourage you guys to do. And this is like a really terrible angle. Hold on. Sorry. That's like, okay. I had to put you up here, and I'm trying not to show you guys my boobs. And listen, I'm very upfront and all over the place, so you've been warned at this point. So anyways, like I was saying, before I got started here, I was making a post on Facebook, and then I was like, oh crap, my husband's watching TV, so I better run down the steps and come to my bedroom so that you guys didn't hear that in the background. But I wanted to put out a post specifically about the opportunity in a lifestyle type of manner, to kind of give you guys some ideas of things that you can post about and things that you can use as well. Now, some of you guys are thinking, I haven't achieved X, Y, and Z goal yet. Okay. First off, I want to encourage you guys to celebrate every little win that you have along the way, whether that's somebody's liking your picture, somebody's asking you questions, somebody's showing interest, you're feeling amazing, you're experiencing XYZ, you are seeing people succeed, and it's giving you hope. Those are the types of things. When you get your check on Tuesday, meaning tomorrow, is going to be an excellent time for you to make a post about your opportunity, okay? That check could be $10. That check could be $30. That check could be, $100. It could be anywhere in between. And I want to encourage you guys to know that no matter where your check is, it doesn't have to stay there, okay? I can tell you my first check for a month of work in my first network marketing business was $121. And if you divide that up between 4 weeks, that was, I'm sorry, I have really bad ADHD. So the second I hear somebody else talking, I am thrown off. 1 second. Tony, okay, I think I got you. All right. It was like unmuting. So $123 in my first network marketing company for a month's worth of work, which would break down to be about $30 a week. Okay. So what if I would have quit because I made $30 like for a week? What if I would have quit? And I knew people that made like $19 their first check for a month. Okay. Not a week. And our checks are directly related to production, just like a business. Like in order to get paid, it's based off of sales, which means closing, which means getting in front of new people, okay, constantly. And I think when people get started in this business, first of all, some of the things that they struggle with is they feel like they have to have these great sales pitches. You do not. That is a lie, okay? They feel like you have to have, all the right words to say, and that you have to know every little thing about this. You do not. And that is a lie. Okay. In fact, when somebody messages me a question, what is burn? I literally say, hey, can I send you a 3-minute video? Like literally, guys, I can show you my screenshots. I literally say, can I send you a 3-minute video that's going to tell you so much more than I could ever explain into words? And that's it. And if they say yes, I send them the video. Once they say the video, guess what? They're so excited by what they just heard. They're like, oh my gosh, I want to try that. Okay. And then the question comes, how much is it? And that's when the negotiating starts happening. That's when I utilize my credits. I don't utilize my credits for myself, okay? But I want to teach you guys, and this is going to be like a series, I guess you could say, over the next like 4 weeks or something like that. And tonight is going to be the very first step of what happens when you get started. And even if you've been around, this is still valuable information, because this is something that maybe you're not thinking about teaching your new customer or your new promoters, okay? So one of the first things I want to say is you absolutely have to be excited about what you're doing, all right? And listen, I get it. Not all of you guys are like bubbly personalities and super outgoing like me, okay? Because I'm annoying sometimes. But here's the thing, you don't have to, but you do need to be able to share your excitement about the product, why you're excited. Write this down. Why are you excited about the product? Okay? This is what you want to tell every new person that joins you. This is what you yourself want to remember every single time you post, not just the first time you post, but every single time you post. What are you excited about? Why did you want to use the product? How it's helping you? How it's helping your friends if you're sharing a testimony, okay? How it can benefit somebody else. Always be focused when you're posting about a product that it's not about you selling it. It is about you being able to reach people through whatever it is that you're sharing and them want it, okay? Because you made it interesting. You made it sound relatable. Like, for instance, I always will go back to this because it's a story that always reminds me, especially when it comes to skeptical people that we have. I can always remember Angie Taylor telling me, and Sarah Bustle telling me that Angie's video that she just posted about her daughters and her dancing in their living room at 8:30 at night, that's all the post was, and about how much more energy she had to play with her kids. And that caught Sarah's attention. Why? Because Sarah was exhausted, okay? And she didn't have that energy at 8:30 at night. You guys see the relatability factor there, okay? In the evening times, you know, you maybe still are going on energy. Maybe you just got back from softball, basketball, baseball, football, whatever it is your kids are doing. You've been playing outside, and you make a post and you talk about how you are still feeling incredible from the day. You know, you guys, you know how many people are closing their eyes and going to sleep because they are pooped. All right. Same thing in the morning. Brittany Green, my goodness, I can rely on that girl to always be live every single morning like clockwork. It is her brand. Okay, that is part of who she is and what she represents. Does that mean you have to be like Brittany and you have to get on and do a live or anything? No, but I want you to take what it does to people. When they see that every single day, they see that dedication, they see that consistency, they see those posts, they're going to start to say, what the heck is that girl taking? Like, seriously, like, she is so bubbly. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, she could be having the worst day on the planet, but she's there mixing her drink up. And I don't know, if you can watch her and not smile, if you don't smile while you're watching her, there's something just not right. Okay. Because for real, it just makes you happy. And I like to post something really motivational in the morning. When I'm in fact, this morning, guys, I didn't even post my DFT. I like to make a post where something is showing at least once a day. Okay. Some kind of product is showing once a day, but you will know throughout the day that I'm talking about different stuff, and it has to do about business. Now, don't go based off of my last couple days, because I'm going to be the first to tell you that I have not been as consistent as I needed to on my posting. Okay. So straight up, guess what? Non-consistency equals Amanda's not signing any customers or getting any interest. All right. So I want you guys to remember that. If you're not staying consistent and you're asking yourself, why am I not getting people interested? It's probably because it's been 4 or 5 days since you've put anything out there that's going to inspire them and they've never seen it. All right. So If you don't want to flood your news feed because you're worried that you are going to be known as a spammer and all your friends are going to block you and delete you and all of that stuff, I want to assure you that people will only block you and delete you if they shouldn't be in your life in the first place. Okay? They'll unfollow you if you really get on their nerves, but they're not going to block you and delete you if you actually mean something to them. So don't let that fear hold you back from sharing something that could put food on your table for your kids, pay your car payment, pay your gas bill, pay your electric, pay your house, whatever it is, okay? So please, please, please know that it is important to put yourself out there and share yourself. So when you're first getting started, what do you share? You share your experience, guys. You share your experience with excitement. When you get paid, that is an opportunity post. You share going to the gas station. You share that you were able to pay for some groceries this week. You share that you were able to go buy your kids' diapers with that money. You share that you were able to go, and right now is a really good time to share buying some school supplies, guys, or buying some school shoes or something like that. I promise you that people that see those posts, some of those people don't have the money to go buy that stuff right now. And that would be so much of a relief to them to be able to. And when you come from a place of, I want to make this very clear to everybody. I get it. When you're getting started, you want to sign people up, you want to sign customers, you want to sign promoters. You hear everybody say, get 2 customers, 2 promoters, and that's where your mind is, all right? But if you are not focused on truly helping those people, guys, I can promise you, you're probably not going to hit your goal. All right? And what I mean by truly helping those people is you don't want to sign somebody to get a 400 kit just for them to buy products and them sit on the shelves. You want to show people how to get started, how to sell those minis, how to get new customers, how to make the money. Find out every single person's why. I am going to challenge every single one of you all that are on this Zoom tonight. Okay? Every single one of you guys. By the time next Monday comes, okay, we're all going to have dream boards. Every single one of us. Now, I can't hunt you down to see that. But if you do not have dreams, you will not get to where you're going. When I went back to my memories today, my first network marketing company, there was a picture of these leaders on a wall, okay? There weren't a whole bunch of them at the time, but I claimed it in July of 2013 that I was going to be on that wall. You guys, I was an executive in that company at the time. So I had 2 promoters that were working, and they kind of were rotating. Like I had signed some promoters, but like a lot of them didn't do anything. And I really was like the one-man show at the time, to be quite honest. Like everybody was joining and then they'd like stop, you know? And this wasn't my first business. But anyways, I still, based off of what I was learning and seeing, knew I was going to be on that wall. And you know, I made it on that wall 2 years later, or a year and a half later. I was on that wall. And what that tells me is these things that you put out there for yourself, if you believe it and you work towards it, it's going to happen. Just like my dream board is upstairs in my office right now in our computer room, and I need to update it because I'm going to be honest, I have a couple things that I can mark off that are on that dream board. And I have another thing on it that is about to get marked off. And I want you guys to know that if you don't set those dreams, like, and write them down and, you know, get creative. Like, sure, you could make a picture, okay? But I'm going to tell you, the ones that have been the most impactful for me have been when I went to Walmart. You don't have to go to Walmart. You can go to the dollar store. Get a poster board. If you don't have a poster board, I don't know, go find a box in your house. Cut that box, get creative, grab some magazines, grab some paper, grab your kids, guys, and put your things that you want to accomplish on that dream board. For me, getting started, I wasn't thinking I want to be a millionaire. I wasn't thinking about anything. And for those of you guys that don't know me, I'll share a little tiny piece of my backstory because I think it's important for you to know. I had no experience in this industry. I was working full-time as a nurse. I was working full-time as a nurse at one hospital plus overtime. I was working per diem at another hospital. So sometimes I would work 4, sometimes I'd work 5 days, sometimes I would work 6 days, just depending. Donnie was working full-time. We were on opposite shifts. I was working on midnights. And, I just kind of said this in my post a little bit earlier that I had a car repossessed in January of 2013. It was like January 4th, January 5th, somewhere around there. And it was in front of my kids. It was in front of my neighbors. It was right in front of my house, which I was getting foreclosure notices on as well. And here I was working nonstop, and I had all these student loan debts. I had all these debts going on and couldn't keep up with my bills. And I'm pretty sure I had my electric shut off at one point and my water shut off at one point, and all of the above. And anyways, I was like waiting on income tax time to, be able to play catch up just to fall behind again. And that's where I was in life. I had gone to school, I had done all these things, and, some people hadn't gone to school or whatever, and you're feeling like, you just can't get ahead. You want to buy that house. I mean, you want to do those things. I didn't grow up in a house. I grew up in apartments, and I moved around a lot when I was a kid. My dad never paid the bills, and was super irresponsible. And I never had a steady home, like growing up. So, yeah. So I wanted that for my kids. So the fact that I had worked really, really hard and had the job, as a nurse that I thought was going to be the solution for me, I was drowning and I thought I was going to lose it all. So my mom, messaged me one night and said, you need to check this out. You need to check out what your cousin's doing. And you guys, I didn't know what I was doing. And I'll be honest, I did everything wrong. But you know what I did? And I don't want to, and I'm telling you this because you're going to do everything wrong at some point in time. All right. But that's how you learn. That's where you learn. Okay. I did everything wrong. Like I literally threw up on my Facebook followers. I only had 200 at the time. But what happened was I still signed customers because I was talking about it. I was excited. So even though I was throwing up on them and they're like, what is this girl doing? They knew what I was doing, because I was putting it out there. I was talking about the products. I was talking about the opportunity. I was just spitting it everywhere. Now, will people get tired of that if you just keep on doing it day in, day out? Absolutely. But if you don't talk about it, they don't know you're open for business. So I encourage every single one of you guys that are new, don't worry trying to be all savvy and hiding your products and not talking about. No, be excited, share it, be loud, be excited and share that. And don't be afraid to ask somebody to help you if you don't know what to say to somebody. You guys, that is what your upline is here for, is to help you, okay, along the way, answer those questions. So anyways, I learned very quickly in that first business. I saw all kinds of people promoting around me that I needed to learn more about the industry. So I want to encourage all of you guys that have never done this industry before to check out some different books. I can recommend a couple for beginners. The First Year of Network Marketing was the very first book that I read in this industry. The 45-Second Rule was another one that was one of the very first ones that I read. GoPro by Eric Worre. I could read that over and over and over and over again. That's all I'm going to say right now. Yes, there are other books out there that are magnificent and great and awesome, but I'm just telling you from experience of what I read at the beginning of time. That was helpful for me. So if you're serious about wanting to try to make this industry work, learning how this industry works is important. Okay. So if you're brand new, don't overspend too much time. I don't know. Maybe you're a speed reader. I'm not. I'm a skimmer. I like to read some sentences and then move on and then go back and read some more a little bit later or whatever. But what I did was I just kind of started to learn. One of the things that in that book that I read was you need to expand your network. Well, I wasn't doing that. I didn't even know how to start doing that. I was like, I'm not going to go and friend like a whole bunch of random people or anything like that, you know? So I hear a lot. People are afraid of the weirdos because let's face it, we get the weirdos on Facebook sometimes. And what I want to share here is I'm going to go, hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can open up my screen share, and I'm going to show you what I do when I am going to friend people. Okay. So give me just 1 second. I am really hoping. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn off. Oopsie, what I do, what I hit. You guys see what happens here? I'm going to try to turn off my, oh God. Close all chat tabs. Maybe, can I shut off, turn off active status? How do I do this? Does somebody know? I don't want my chats to pop up. No, that's not it. I'll just turn off active status. Okay, anyways, let's just hope, because I really don't want to have to sit here and, oh boy, somebody's messing with me. Who's doing that? Somebody's a stinker and drawing pictures. Oh, they're stopping it. Oh no, stop. Disable, wait, where's it at? I'm sorry, guys. Video settings. I don't know how to stop it. Okay, anyways, can everybody see my Facebook? Somebody unmute themselves real quick and let me know if you can see my Facebook.
I can see it.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I go to right here, okay? And what I'd like to do is I go to friends. All right, so you go to your own profile, you go to friends, and in a second, it's gonna change. Sorry, my Facebook obviously is being silly. Okay, so here's what I want to show you guys. You want to find friends, and you want to click here. All right. I obviously, if you've sent me a friend request and I have not accepted, please know that this is the reason I have not accepted your friend request, because I have like 996 friend requests, and I literally only have like 48 spots, I think, left or something like that for friends. So I've been trying to space out, and everybody can follow me because I'm public. So anyways, this is the section that I want you guys to see. Search for friends. You can type in a name. You can type in, this is my hometown, but I could type in Fairmont because that's where I live, which is current city. Okay, and I could make this a selection. I could say, you know what, I want to look at my hometown. It's going to show all these people that are in my hometown. All right, I can also select Fairmont, which is in my city I currently live in. And I'm just going to go down through here. And I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. If I see they are in Lavelle, I'm not going to shoot them a friend request. If I see that they are not in Lavelle, and when you click on this, you can see their mutual friends. And if one of their mutual friends is somebody that's in this business, like on our team or a promoter, I do not shoot them a friend request, okay? And it's not anything like for any other reason except for I just don't know them. And if they're already friends with somebody else, they're probably going to build a relationship with somebody else. Somebody else might have a different opinion of that. But I don't know this person. I don't know much about her except for she's obviously in my city, in my hometown. I can click on her to learn more about her, to see if she's positive, exciting. If I was sending her friend requests, I used to not do this, guys, but I do it now for the sense of I want to know if this person is somebody I would want to work with. Is she positive? Is she active? What's her social media presence? Does she have likes, comments, stuff like that on her Facebook? And what's going to happen is when you do this, okay, and it shows you these people, like I just did these, I friend people, okay, based off of whatever criteria. So I'm going to take this stuff out. And I'm going to show an example of, I went to University High School. You can put your high school in if you don't have your high school in, but mine is in. I can put them in and I can say, okay, done. Let's do a search for people in my high school. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of people that they're not in my high school. I don't know. Oh, it's showing I don't know why it's showing all my requests. I don't want to see my request. Hold on. All right, hold on. Look, it's got mutual friends. I don't want any of these mutual friends. You don't ever want to use this unless it's somebody that's not in your business. I think they just generate like some of your friends. So, okay. People you may know. Now, these people, it looks like they are more, there's promoters on here as well. So you don't want that. Most of these people should be people that are from my hometown. You see, hometown. It shows we have a ton of mutual friends. And this is how you want to add people. You want to have a relatability factor to you. Maybe they're from your hometown. They went to your high school. They went to the same college as you, but it'll be something you want to make sure that they're positive. It is so important, guys. This is how you're going to add friends, by going to places that you used to live, where you're from, where you used to work, like where you went to college, anything that you want. It can be searching someone. It can be searching a whatever. Okay, you could type in a different employer even if you didn't work there, but you want to talk to people maybe that are hairstylists or something, and you want to talk to people that worked at the hair salon you were just at because you were talking to somebody and you never got their name, but now you want to reach back out to them, and this is how you're going to do it. Okay, so you want to make a point to friend at least a couple people every day, guys. And if you don't do it every day, at least once a week, add like 10 new friends or something. I would say around 5 a day, even 10 a day, is going to increase the amount of people seeing your stuff. Quality over quantity. Please, please, please remember that. Quality over quantity. All right. Now, I'm going to show you something else real quick. So what did I hit? I want to show you something else real quick, because a lot of times people will ask, how do you know who you just became friends with? How do you know who's commenting on your stuff? Instead of being able to go back through who replied to things that you did. So here's what I want to show you. If you go right here, not right there, right here on activity log. Give me just 1 second. Why is it not popping up? My computer's being like super slow. And you go over here, okay? You can click on more. And when you do that, you can scroll down, all right? And you can go to added friends, all right? You can go to added friends, and what you're going to find is it's going to show you today, and obviously I've been slacking, haven't became friends with very many people, but I have became friends with a couple people, but I really slacked this last week with adding people because I was on vacation. Just going to be straight out with you, okay? But it's going to show you when you added them and so forth. Now, this is a good tool to use when you know that you have been intentionally adding people, okay? Because what are you going to do today? I'm going to go to everybody that I added in this last week, and I'm going to comment or like on one of their posts. So where do you start? You have this big, big Facebook land, and you have all these people commenting. You don't even know at that point who you've added and who you haven't, and you're really crappy at keeping track of it, like me, okay? I'm guilty of that. And so you go here to your timeline activity, and you click on friends, okay? And you just go down through them. All right. You go down through them and you like and comment and interact. And you guys can see over here that you can go on the year that you added them. Like for instance, I could go back clear to 2013 when I started in this industry, and I could start seeing who started friending me clear back then. People that added me on Facebook, on Instagram, and so forth, right? So we're not going to go into Instagram tonight, but I am going to tell you guys I have added a lot of friends over the years from Instagram. And the main way that I get them from Instagram to Facebook, aside from them joining me as a customer promoter, is every single week for the last, I don't even know, like 3 years, I have always had an online event on Thursday nights. And I go really hard on those online events. I have not done it since I've been with Lavelle, even though we have an online event every Thursday night. I'm going to stop the screen share for a second because I want to see your guys' pretty faces. But I would post about the online event. People that were interested in the opportunity, I would follow up with them and ask them if they wanted to come to the online event. I would use that as a follow-up tool, and then I'd send them my Facebook link. They would add me as a friend. I would send them a message in Messenger with the invite to the event, and it was up to them to click on the event and go to it. But I made a new friend and somebody that was checking out the event, and they would tag me. I would give them personal instructions to tag me in the event to let me know that they were there, and I would do a personal drawing for all my personal guests. Okay? So that is one way. And those people maybe didn't join right then, but guess what, guys? They would watch. They would watch, and eventually they would join, because you need to expand your network. So if you are brand new, you want to expand your network with quality people that are people that you would want to work with, and people that you think could use these products. Maybe it's a mom, maybe it's a hairdresser, maybe it's a nurse, maybe it's a dad that is exhausted and he wants to have energy. Like my husband never went to the gym, hardly ever prior to thriving. Now he goes every day. So I want you guys to realize, like, it doesn't matter who they are. If they are somebody that wants to get healthier, somebody that is complaining about being tired all the time, or needs extra energy, or is drinking like tons and loads of caffeine every day, save them from the heart attack and teach them about Thrive. You can pull up stories on the Lavelle fan page, and I think so many people have gotten away from this. Also, I want to challenge you one other thing. No, we'll wait till next week for that. But I want to challenge you guys. Actually, no, I'm taking that back. I do want to challenge you guys to this. I want to challenge all of you guys. If you have never shared your Thrive experience with the Lavelle fan page, I challenge you to write it up, get some pictures together of your story. Does not have to be body shots, guys. It can be a picture of you wearing a DFT, okay? It does not have to be a before and after picture. It does not have to be of a car or whatever. Take a picture with you and your kids and you're smiling, all right? Make an impact. Realize that it's just you sharing your story is going to reach somebody through your words, okay? Yes, a picture is going to grab attention. So before and after pictures are wonderful, but tell a story about how it's changed things for you, how you're feeling, okay? Send it into My Thrive Experience at Lavelle, le-vel.com, and it's on the can somebody type that into the chat thingy mabobber for me? My Thrive Experience at le-vel.com, and send in your testimony with a picture, and stay away from medical claims. So the power of a new promoter or customer sharing their testimony, okay, and their friends and family seeing it is powerful. You want to talk about a way to introduce yourself to people that are interested in the product, and have a relatability factor and a want to use the product, okay, is based off of the responses and ways that people see your stuff. That's validation, okay? All right, so we talked about putting stuff out there, how to post, all right? Anybody have questions about that? How to post? Post excited. You don't need to have fancy pictures, okay? Believe it or not, yes, a good app will do magic things. PicTapGo is incredible, but even if you just use the basic Facebook filters, it can make your pictures pop, okay? So you don't even have to download an app now. You can just pull up a Facebook filter, throw it on there, make something that catches your eye, and put it out there. It can be a picture of your box of capsules. It can be a picture of you holding your capsules in your hand. It can be a picture of you using your DFTs. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be a selfie if you're uncomfortable with that. Just start somewhere, okay? You're going to get better as time goes on. When it comes to the business opportunity, it can be something completely irrelevant to this business, but in your conversation, you were talking about it, being on your dream board. Maybe you take a picture of a deck and you say, you know what? I know a lot of you guys don't see this now, but I know that this business is going to help me get this dream deck that I want. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm telling you this because that was on my dream board, a deck for my house. It might seem silly to some, but it was something that I wanted. And since I bought my house, I've always, you know, if you ever feel like you have that incomplete part, I always wanted to have this little oasis out on, like, going out my back door, because I live in West Virginia and I live on a hill that goes like this, okay? Like this. And 99% of my neighbors are the same. So the reality of it is like you have to have a place or else you really don't get a chance to like just go sit out there, and that's like wasted space. And I think all of us need some of that sunshine for our own peace of mind, right? So anyways, that dream board has been on my dream board for years. And this year I got to check it off just months ago, you know? So I want to encourage you guys that put those dream boards out there, put those visions out there to your friends. Those are going to be opportunity posts, because you talking about that is going to create people also thinking of the things that they stopped dreaming about, guys. There's lots of people that quit dreaming because they thought that they weren't going to be able to achieve it. Whether that's buying a home, whether that was buying a car that actually wasn't going to break down whenever you drive down the street. Whether that was to be able to save enough money to go on vacation, to take your kids on a vacation. Because I promise I'm going to try not to get emotional. But when I was younger and I was growing up, I never went on vacation. Like, I didn't go on vacation. I can remember one time I went to Florida when I was about 10 years old, right before my parents divorced. And I went to Florida because my dad was like, he did videos for WVU, and we had to go down for the Gator Bowl. So we drove in his car that literally his windshield wipers didn't even really work. And we drove all the way down to Jacksonville, Florida, which was like a 13-hour drive for us, in a car that I'm surprised didn't break down on the side of the road. So I never went on vacation when I was growing up. So that's something that I always wanted to have with my children. And I've been able to accomplish that. And I think that's important to talk about, because there's a lot of people that never get to take their kids on vacation. And that's something that they want to do, you know, and if you can provide them a way to do it, I think that's important, guys. I think that you sharing that is one of the best gifts you could ever give somebody. But also, I want to encourage you that believing in people is something that a lot of people need, guys. A lot of people don't come in with self-belief in themselves. And sometimes they can get clouded because of hearing all the kinds of no's. I will add this. I will add this book in, Go for No. I think is also a really outstanding book for somebody that is just beginning in this industry, because a lot of people take no as a bad thing. But honestly, I'm going to tell you that if you challenged yourself to 100 no's a day, how good would you feel if you actually got 100 no's a day? That would mean that you talked to 100 people that day. And no's don't mean no, they mean not right now. Okay? I was a big fat no, and here I am. So I want to encourage you guys, don't take those no's personally. It's not personal. It's just not relevant to those people at that time. Do you ever walk into a store and somebody comes up to you and tells you all the damn sales in the store and you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. I just want to look around. That's me. Okay. I am that person. Like if you come up to me and you try to sell me everything under the sun, I'm going to be like, I don't want to listen to you. I was just in Myrtle Beach and everybody kept on trying to come out of their stores and trying to get you to go in because of this sale and that sale. And I just looked at them like they were crazy because I didn't want to go in those stores, and them hounding me pushed me farther away. So I want to encourage you guys that sometimes, like when you're approaching people and you're talking to people, they're going to feel the same way. Don't take it offensive, because guess what? If you reached out to them, now they're going to be curious of what the heck you're doing. So even though they told you no, they're probably going to be checking out what you're doing. All right. And if they're interested, then when you follow up and you say, all right, I know that you said you haven't been interested, but we have this incredible deal and I just think you would be incredible at it because you've been following them. You've been liking their pictures. You've been seeing what kind of trips they're taking with their family. You've gotten to know them now. And you've remained their friend, even though they told you no. And you didn't take it personal. Guess what? That person might be your next rock star. That person might be the person that changes 10 million people's lives in the future. Okay. So always remember, no is not a bad thing. It's just people, guys, are getting their electric bills shut off. They're losing their houses. Their cars are breaking down. They are losing their jobs and they are stressed. Okay. And they don't have the money to order all the time when you want them to order. So work with them. Say something like, I understand where you're coming from. Maybe you don't understand where they're coming from. If you don't understand where they're coming from, be honest. Be honest about that, okay? But if you do understand where they're coming from, relate, feel, felt, found, okay? Write that down. Feel, felt, found. You have to remain compassionate, guys, with the people that you talk to, and you have to find a solution for them. I feel like I have related to that, okay, with not having the money. I have related, and I've had a lot of people that have joined us that have related. But I found that if somebody was able to get the product in their hands, if they were able to try the product, they could share their excitement with people and they could pre-sell. Never use the word pre-sell when you're pre-selling, okay? Don't do that. Just say, I have 8 of these mini experiences, these 3-day trials, and you post something incredible that people are going to be like, holy crap, what's that girl doing? That's going to create your interest. And you say you have 3 or a limited supply, and then you pre-sell, and then you order your upgrade kit or you order product to be able to sample out to those people. And then guess what, guys? When you sample that product out to those people, then you're going to follow up with them. What are you going to do? The day that you mail it, you're going to send a reminder and say, hey, I just got this in the mail, screenshot their receipt so that they can check their tracking, set a reminder in that chat that you were talking to them in to message them on the day that it's supposed to arrive. When it arrives, you say, hey, girl, message me in the morning after you take your step 1. Make sure you take your capsules on an empty stomach. 20 minutes later, take your lifestyle mix. You want to reiterate this so that they have a great experience. And then once you find out how they're feeling, what they're doing, you go in for let's get you started. Like you get that started. All right. And I promise you guys, if you are just direct about like the products, how much they are. If they say they don't have money, okay, they don't have $150 to order. What do you say? What do you say? Do you just say, oh, okay, well, I guess they're not going to order? I bet you a lot of you guys do, okay? Because you don't know what to say. You're like, well, they're all broke. I don't know what to do. They all say they don't have money, right? You say, listen, girl, would you be able to come up with $15 or $20 to get a 3-day sample? Because I would really like to help you get this product for free since you said that you don't have the money to get it. Okay. And then guess what? You get them that 3-day sample out. They post about how they're feeling with a picture of their DFT. And then you tell them to tag you. And then you message every single one and friend every single one of the people that comment on their post that they're interested. And then you give them your friend's referral link. Boom, boom, boom. You've just helped somebody thrive for free. But you got to do the work. All right? And guess what? If you're in your VIP period and you do that, that's why samples are an incredible thing, because samples lead to customers, leading to people tagging you if you do it right through the funnel. Okay? If your friends are tagging you, so if you send out a sample, you want to make sure they're signed up as a free customer. Don't ever send a sample out without making them a free customer. Put value on your 3-day minis. Don't just pass those things out like they're candy. If you don't put value on them, they won't put value on them. Okay? You want to make sure that they tag you when they receive the product. Guys, they don't even have to post the day that they're trying it, but it is more powerful, I think, if they post when they've tried it to kind of let people know, or they can post the day that it comes and say, hey, Talissa, I got my Happy Pack in the mail today. I can't wait to start it tomorrow morning. And then their friends are going to say, what's your Happy Pack? And so forth. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And then you tell them, I'm going to post, the Happy Pack or whatever, tag me. And then maybe you'll tell them, you know what, tell your friends that you're going to share how you're feeling over the next couple days. And then they can update every day and tag you every single day, guys. And you follow up with those people that comment and question. I just had a customer that had 26 comments. Did I sign all of those people? Nope, but she's thriving for free next month now. All right? This works. What do you do if you don't know what to say? Screenshot your conversation if you are talking to somebody and you don't know what to say, or you just don't feel confident in how to reply. Screenshot the question, send it to your upline. Okay? Screenshot, send to your upline. Say, where should I go from here? How should I respond? Now, here's where I want to caution you. Don't abuse that. Okay? Don't screenshot every conversation. Like, if you need to screenshot here and there because you're stuck, but guys, you got to be willing to do the work yourself too, which if you're listening to me at this point and you're on the Zoom, you're obviously doing the work, okay? And you want to learn. You're plugged in. You're hungry. So I can promise you no leader will ever turn you away because you want to learn. You just keep on reaching until you find somebody that can answer you or help you, okay? Don't be afraid to use the search features on the team pages. You can go in. I see the same questions answered all the time, guys. I see the same questions pop. If you teach new people coming in to just go to the search part, which is just the bar at the top of the page that says Pace Setters, if you just hit that button and type in, I don't know, shellfish, type in VIP, type in whatever it is that you're looking for. That's how, listen, when you guys message me and ask me questions, do you think I really know every single thing or have everything set? No, I go to the pages and I type it in and then I send you what I get, right? Because you got to find ways to use your resources. And I get it. We have lots of team pages and so forth, but you find what ones you need to use most often. I go daily into pretty much every team page I'm in for the most part. The ones that I use the most, obviously, is Pace Setters. I'll use Level Up here and there if I'm running a promo or something, but for the most part, that's my go-to. And then Burn, the Burn group as well. And I'll post in like the 200K page if I need something. Like today I asked a question for a suggestion on non-auto ship weeks and so forth. And that's how I find stuff. And you can too. All right. So the more that you learn to kind of navigate and find your way is going to be really helpful. So anyways, I've loaded you guys up for so much stuff. I'm going to read over here. And if there's anything in particular that you guys want to ask, right now would be the time. I don't know what that is. Is somebody trying to unmute themselves? That is a lot of movement happening. Anybody? Tanya, please repeat what you said about posting. Oh, post right. Oh, okay. So I don't know. That was at the beginning. Okay. I had no clue about the stuff. Oh, Kristen, that must have been helping. I hope that helped you guys. Did you guys find this helpful? Oh yeah, Janie, I post on Instagram about my online event. I'm really broad, and I haven't done it for a while, so I'm just going to be very transparent with you guys. I don't want you guys to think that my Instagram is some bumping business, okay? Because it is not. All right, my interaction crap because I'm not consistent. But my Instagram was a bumping place a long time ago, and it's going to be again. It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm going to tear it up. Okay. I'm going to master my Instagram and kill it. And I have signed customers off of there. And I actually do have a new promoter that is on from Instagram. And I'm not sure if she's on tonight, but she is active and working. And I just signed her from Instagram not too long ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago. So I am signing people there, okay? But it's not a bump in place because I'm not very consistent. But when I was, yes, every week when we had an online event, I would do it on Wednesday night. I would post about it, or Thursday day. I would post about my online event and about doing a giveaway during that online event for anybody that came as my guest. Again, I would make them sign up with this company. I would make them sign up as a free customer. I didn't have that ability with my previous business to do that, but I would send them in the messenger. You can actually send a link now on Instagram to the people that comment. Normally the people will comment or message you if they're interested in coming to your event, and then you can send them the link. You used to not be able to send them the link in Messenger, so I always had my link for Facebook, like for my personal Facebook, so they could send me a friend request. Then once they sent me a friend request and I accepted, I could invite them to the online event. But if you post about a giveaway, all I want to caution you is, first of all, you guys, if you are always talking about giveaways, you're going to get very frustrated because the people are not ordering, all right, that are just trying to get free products. So you really want to be able to share this, tell them about the giveaways, how you want to show people how to thrive for free, okay? Because that's going to encourage them. These are all tools that the company gives us that is going to encourage them to then share, to then open the door up for you to introduce new customers, and they're going to either get a response or not. And if they get a response, sometimes those people are the ones that want to join as promoters, for the simple fact that they're like, holy crap, like all these people want to try this. Like I could do this business too. Like that was easy, right? So you're showing them how, even if they come in and they're like, I don't have any money, I don't have anything to do, you're showing them by teaching them how to thrive for free just by simply sharing the product in a passive way, that they have a choice of being a customer, or they have a choice of actually building a business with this and earning some extra money. So yes, posting on Instagram is a great thing to do, just for the simple fact that you want to delete that post once the day's over. Like once the party's over, you want to delete that post, but you want to make sure any of those people that commented, liked that post or sent you messages, that you at least follow up with them that following week when you have that online event again, and say, hey girl, I know you missed last week, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll make sure that you get an invite to this week's event as well. So it's just a quick way of being able to follow up back through.
Hey, Amanda.
Yeah.
So I get like really, really lost on this. So after I tell like people what the Thrive experience is, and they
Wait,
say,
hold on a second. I can't stand you talking and me not being able. Where are you at? Who is this talking? I'm like trying to, okay, there you are. Okay. Even though your picture's not there, I still had to find your box. All right. So go ahead.
But after I tell people like what the Thrive experience is and they say like, sounds good to me, what do you say?
Okay. So first, I never actually explain what the Thrive experience is. I always send a video. I don't ever explain it. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't ever explain what any product is. I send a video or I send a screenshot of what it is. I might tell somebody what it's done for me, but then I always ask if they would like me to send them either the video. If it's the Thrive experience, which I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I don't ever, aside from like an occasional like plus line product, I always start with the normal 3 steps. Like, I mean, sure, I'll talk about burn. I'll show burn results. I'll post about burn, but the basis of this business was built on the main 3 steps. It's going to be what continues to build this business and this brand. Step 1, step 2, and the premium grade DFT. That is what made me fall in love with this business, and these products. So I always start with, listen, I felt incredible. Like somebody messages me, they ask me, what is this? What is that patch, right? And you message them, you're like, hey girl, I saw your comment that you wanted more information. That's all I said. That's all I say. I wait for the reply. Yeah, I'm interested. What is it? That's normally how they respond, right? So when somebody says that, what I do is, oh my gosh, girl, this has helped me. I'm like, you know, be nicer to my kids. Like, I mean, I'm just honest. And I say, you know, I'm like so much nicer and in so much of a better mood. And I have just better energy now. And I actually sleep again. But I also say, would you be willing to watch about a 3-minute video that shares so much more about this experience than I could ever type out to you? Plus, I don't want to write you a book. They normally reply back, yes. I say, okay, hold on one second. I'm going to send you that link. I send them the YouTube link from the Lavelle fan page, either on the Thrive experience or on Burn. And then they watch it. And as I tell them, when I send the link, I say, okay, message me as soon as you get done watching this. Let me know what you think, right? So that prompts them that after they get done watching it, they're going to message me and they're going to say, yeah, I'm totally interested in that. Or yeah, that sounds great. How much is it? A lot of people shy away and don't know how to respond to that. You guys, I don't sugarcoat it. I say it's $150 if you sign up on AutoShip, and don't worry if you need to cancel, there's no penalties or anything like that, but that's just so that you get the cheaper price and you don't have to pay full retail. It's a really cool thing that the company has set up for you, right? And if you have credits or you know, maybe you're doing like a cash back, or maybe I have a cash back, or somebody has a cash back going on, you can use that time to say, but today I have this offer I can offer you, right? If you get started today. And then we'll work on helping you thrive for free going into August, right? That's how I would reply to that. So when somebody asks me for information, first of all, you need to find out what they want information on. Do they want information on rest? If they say, like, maybe I make a post before bed and somebody says, what is that stuff? And I say, oh, I'll message you. So I message them and I'm like, hey girl, were you wanting more information about rest? And she says, yeah. I say, oh my God, that stuff is incredible. 20 minutes and I'm like literally ready to go to sleep. It helps me like relax. It helps me just calm down. And then I sleep peacefully and better than I have in a long time, right? So then they say, well, what's in it? Which I don't generally get that question a lot, but sometimes I do. And I say, hold on one second, I'll send you the PDF. And I have all the PDFs saved in my phone. And I'm going to show you guys because I'm not just telling you this to feed your head full of anything. I literally have a file for products. I have a file for promotions. I have a file for just whatever, right? So when they ask me, I send them this, right? I just send them the PDF file. It tells them what's in it, how it works, what it's for, blah, blah, blah. And then normally they'll say, well, how much is it? And I'll tell them how much it is. And again, if I have credits or an offer I can offer them that day, then I will give them that information as well and let them know. If they share it, then if they share, you know, when they're using it and so forth, that I can help them thrive for free, but they have to be willing to share it. You can't force your customers to do it. You can, however, if you have customers that are thriving and they've never shared it, you can be like, listen, girl, I want to try to help you thrive for free next month. Would you be willing to post about, you know, just post a picture up of how you're feeling? Or would you care if I posted your testimony or something like that? Maybe somebody's not comfortable, but will allow you to do it, and then their friends can comment there, right? Sorry, that was a pretty long answer. Oh, and the business opportunity, when somebody asks me, I first of all, I don't, I if I offer this opportunity and I post about it being free, I immediately, if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I immediately still refer them to the fact that we need, if they're going to join for free, they still need to get products somehow, some way. So if they need to pre-sell, then we need to immediately start on that. We're going to go over that a little bit at a different time. Stacy has been doing some successfully pre-selling. I've made some videos on Pacesetters. If anybody wants to check those out, they can. But Stacy is probably going to be doing a video or an event here in the next, like sometime this week or something. We still have to work out the details. But she's had 3 people pre-sell in the last week. So I think it's important to teach somebody that is joining for free that they still need to talk about the product. They still need to experience the product. So they need to get a mini in their hands immediately. Don't go sending minis out to every single free promoter that signs with you guys. You will end up spending the bank with that. So be selective and make them pay for it, make them pre-sell one of their own, right? Or whatever, but make them work for that mini experience is what I'm basically telling you. And yeah, so if somebody messages me about the business, I generally will start with the VIP 800, 1600 that Nikki made, that is on Pacesetters. I have the YouTube link, and I literally just, I send that video to them if they want to know how the business works and how they can make this work. And then we kind of go from there and find out why they want to do this business, if they're going to be able to order an upgrade kit, if I'm going to have any offers that I can offer them at that time, and kind of go from there. But also acknowledge the fact that, yes, they can start for free, but without having the products to try, it's going to be hard. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be hard for a free promoter. And maybe some of you guys are on here free, and you've never tried the product, so you don't have that same passion in your voice when you're talking to people that somebody that has tried the product has. So I encourage all of you guys to work out a way, send your sponsor $25 and get a 3-day mini. Know that it costs them, so you should definitely pay for that. Find a way so that you can experience this product and be able to share it more effectively. And that's how you're going to turn around and get samples out to people and pre-sell an upgrade kit. And the more people you get sampling, honestly, the more customers you can have. And I get a lot of people maybe are not sampling and have not been sampling for a while now. And I think it's one of the biggest mistakes that we can all make in our businesses is to not getting new people thriving. So I'm going to be pushing myself. I didn't get a chance today, but I just got an 800 upgrade kit, and I'm like right before I left for the beach, and I'm going to be packaging it up so that I can get samples out. So I'm sorry if you hear my husband yelling at my daughter, but she's like being a little bit wild up there. So anyways, I'm sorry. I was just talking a whole bunch. How do you recommend adding quality people? Christy, the biggest thing I can tell you is quality, meaning if you go to somebody's page and all they have is a bunch of garbage or a bunch of shared posts, they're probably not too thoughtful about their post. They're probably not too thoughtful about anything that they post. So I wouldn't want somebody that just shares memes every day that are mean and disgusting and hateful towards the humankind. I wouldn't want to work with those people. If I went to somebody's page and they were positive and they were sharing pictures of their kids and their life, and they seem like a happy person, that's who I would add as a friend versus somebody that was like just little Miss Negative all the time. No, let's get referrals. Help you with our for free is my absolute favorite. Absolutely, it is huge. All about the group chats. How do you grow your followers on IG? Talissa, so I'll just say this, and then I'm going to stop. Well, no, I won't stop recording. So growing your followers on Instagram, I'm going to tell you I did everything wrong in the beginning. And because of that, I have a ton of followers that don't have a lot of interaction. Do not buy followers. I did that along like 2013. Half my followers have been removed at that point. But I have a lot of ghost followers that follow me. But I'm going to be honest and tell you that in order to get new followers, you need to find a way to become relevant to people, meaning that you need to be in their face and in their searches. So hashtags are definitely going to help you there. Liking and commenting. A good rule of thumb is look up a hashtag, go to the most recent. Those are the people that are on right now. See some things that interest you. I'm just going to throw this out there. If it is, I don't know, maybe you're eating dinner at Applebee's and maybe you're sitting there and like, okay, 9:00 p.m. Nobody's at Applebee's eating right now. Oh yeah, people on the East Coast or West Coast might be because it's 9 p.m. here, but it's 6 p.m. there, dinner time. So I'm just going to type in Applebee's and I'm going to scroll down through and I see some people out with their friends having a drink or whatever. I click on this page because the picture grabs my attention. I see a woman that is super personable, taking a picture with her friends, having a drink. On her page, she's got a positive quote. She's got pictures of her family or so forth. I want to follow her. So I'm going to hit the follow button. I'm going to like her post and say, what are you drinking? I'm going to comment on one. I might like another one of her posts or whatever just to draw attention. Hey, I see you. I followed you. You seem interesting. But you have to be intentional about that. And then just going through your news feed on Instagram. And those are people that you are following. And they might not necessarily be following you. So if you go down through your newsfeed because you're following them, then you just like and comment on their stuff. Eventually, you are going to get new followers because you are interacting with them. So really just like looking up stuff that you're interested in and stuff that you post and are relevant to you is going to help you. But I'm going to tell you guys, I did not get Instagram customers or promoters until I started posting before and after pictures again. And I'm not talking about like a ton of them, but until I started posting before and after pictures and until I started putting the opportunity right on my pictures. Because ultimately at the end of the day, most people are not going to read what your caption says. They're going to read what is on the actual picture. So a before and after picture doesn't need any wording, but sometimes just taking a picture. I took a picture of Dallas and I said, what would you like to make $500 extra a month from social media, all from your phone. And that grabbed attention. That's how I got my last promoter. So it wasn't until I did that. And some people will tell you not to do that, but that's what worked for me. For Canadians, which mail carriers do you use? I have my mini sent for 15 plus per package. Is this reasonable? Lillian, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly or not. I would totally suggest maybe messaging Jamie Pekka and asking her, or Twin, or somebody on here that also sends out theirs from Canada. So the videos that I use, I'm not sure if yes, the video does pop up when you use your referral link, except for I don't send my referral link at first. I actually send the video from YouTube just because I think it comes off less salesy and more informative. And they don't feel like I'm just trying to get them to sign up on my site. So I actually send the YouTube video instead of telling them to go to my site and click on the actual video there. So I see that over here in this question. I'm really, honestly, I have a question. It says, they're going to the beach and have product to get minis out. What's your best approach to get minis out at the beach? Honestly, your best approach to get minis out at the beach would be to put your DFT in places that people can see it and make conversation about it with people, talk to strangers, and people are going to ask you what it is. And if they ask you what it is, then you tell them about your wearable nutrition and that you have samples if they want to give it a try. And that's the best way to do that. Okay, I keep on talking. This video could go on all night. We are going to do this next Monday as well. And you guys can, I'll put a post out there sometime this week for you guys to kind of let me know what kind of stuff you want me to cover. If you want it to be on Instagram, I can. But like I said, I'm not tearing it up right now. So maybe we can get somebody that is tearing it up on Instagram to give those tips to you guys. I can give you what I've learned and utilized. My biggest thing is lack of consistency. At least I'm honest. I could sit here and say I'm consistent, but I'm not. And I can just give you what I have learned and what I know has worked for me in the past and present. And then we can also talk about more about how to help your team grow. And I promise you, if you do the things that I've been talking about tonight, your business is going to grow. You are going to have customers thriving for free. You are going to have more promoters and people succeeding, because those things you're going to turn around and teach them as well. But you have to put the information out there in order for them to learn it. And keep things simple, guys. If you find something that works for you, keep on doing it and teach that, duplicate that, and work with it. When people ask me about scripts and stuff like that, I can't really give you a script, because I literally listen to whatever the person is and I base my response on that, but I absolutely never describe what the product is or what is in the product or any of that beeswax. I literally send them a video, and if they want the ingredients, I'll send them the PDFs, and that's it. And then I go right to the price. I'm not afraid to tell the price, because I believe in the product and I think it's very valuable. You can get the YouTube videos if you go to the Le-Vel fan page or the Le-Vel YouTube channel. Just type in LE-VEL on YouTube. And then for me, I always type in Le-Vel Burn or Le-Vel Thrive Experience, and then send it to yourself. Once you get the links, send them to yourself in Messenger. That way, anytime that you're talking to somebody, all you have to do is type in Amanda Arnott. Like I just type in Amanda Arnott in my Messenger. It pulls up my last message I sent to myself, and then I just click the forward on the link that I am sending to my potential, and boom, boom. They get it in like 2 seconds, right? So I don't have to go searching for the actual link because I have it right in my inbox. But all right, guys, I'm going to stop talking now, and I hope all of you all have an amazing night. Talk to you later. Thank you for hopping on.